Over the years, Minecraft terrain generation has gotten progressively more advanced. We've seen new types of terrain come and go, and the addition of naturally generated structures as well. These structures may, at times, leave some players confused, wondering if there's more to them than what we're actually seeing. Usually, what was initially implemented is what we got. While some structures offered plenty to do, like dungeons and villages, others tended to feel a little lackluster. In the very early days of Minecraft, players would wonder what the new structures we were seeing could even do. Oftentimes, it wasn't much. In this video, we'll be showing some of the great forgotten structures in Minecraft. Some of these structures served no purpose whatsoever, while some have very little information known about them, but they all share a commonality. They're in the game at one point or another, even if it wasn't for very long. So without any further ado, let's get started. Desert pyramids are cool, right? I mean, most people love them. They're especially interesting when they've got something useful inside of them. But in this pyramid's case, it was just a brick foundation of empty promises. In the early InfDev days of Minecraft, brick pyramids would spawn in large bodies of water. The brick pyramids were entirely solid with nothing inside except for, well, more brick, which spanned from the height limit all the way to the ocean floor. While we're not entirely sure what they were intended for back then, we can safely assume that if they were included in today's game, they'd probably offer some more interesting interior rooms or some puzzles. But at the time, the brick pyramid offered no purpose other than just looking kinda neat. It's unknown why they were really in the game, but one potential reason was that so Notch could test how the game would react to loading such a large structure. The brick pyramids were incredibly rare to find, commonly spawning quite far away from the world's spawn point. When InfDev ended, the brick pyramids were removed from the game, having never been seen again in a future update. So, do you remember making your first house in Minecraft? How about spawning in your first house? Upon InDev's official release, the version before InfDev, players would load into a world and spawn inside of a wooden box. The home was simple, but served the purpose of just being the player's spawn point. The original InfDev house was 7x7 mossy stone with a 1x2 block tall hole for the players to leave. Inside the home were chests that were filled with every available block in the game at the time, as well as a large amount of TNT. InDev originally started as a project to test the various items and blocks in the game. Later, its purpose was to begin to test out the survival mechanics. When this change began to take place, the chests were removed and the design of the house did as well. The home went from being surrounded in mossy cobblestone to being surrounded by wood planks and a stone floor. The home was later removed from the game during InfDev. Alright, if you know me, you know I've covered the Farlands a lot in past videos. In March of 2010, the Farlands were discovered in an old InfDev version of Minecraft. With a world that seemed so infinite, no one really believed that it could be truly infinite. Because Minecraft was limited to the computer that it ran on, players began to question how far infinite really was. As players continued to push the boundaries of attempting to find a proper answer, they found the Farlands. From the center of the map, 12,550,824 blocks away, the Farlands began to generate and take shape. The Farlands acted as sort of a border of what was thought to be an infinite world of blocks. A little over a year later, in the Beta 1.8 update, the Farlands were removed from the game when the math that caused them was patched over. While I won't go too in-depth in this video, if you want to see a ton of videos about the Farlands, why they happened, what their limits are, check out my experiments playlist linked above. Alright, I know this one wasn't meant to be a permanent feature, but guess what? It got coded into the game, so it totally counts. With the new addition of strongholds in Minecraft, players are met with a very strange discovery in Beta 1.9 pre-release 3. In Minecraft worlds all over, glass pillars began to be found standing in random locations. While these structures were definitely not intended to be in the game forever, Jeb tweeted that their specific use was so strongholds could be found and tested throughout the world, since Eye of Enders may not have been implemented yet. It kinda proves how hard strongholds are to find though, eh? Alright, last up, let's go back to InfDev just one more time. Back in the very early days of Minecraft, when the game seemed like it was more about testing features rather than playing with them, a lot of crazy stuff showed up, the brick pyramid being a good example. However, this one you definitely know is there for testing purposes. Obsidian walls generated in the first version of InfDev and had one primary purpose, which was to show the player which way a direction was. The obsidian walls would overlap with itself, creating a visual representation for north, south, east, and west. While it didn't have any purpose other than that, it doesn't mean it wasn't kinda neat. So yeah, what did you think about these structures? Would you like to see any of these make a comeback in the game at any point? Maybe I didn't mention something that you thought I should have. Let me know in the comments section down below. But other than that, that just about does it for now. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like on it because it would really help out myself, the channel, and the video quite a lot. But anyways guys, I hope you all enjoyed. My name is AntVenom and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.